All right, welcome to the Dragonator project. This was a custom airbrushed fairing for a Harley Davidson, and I apologize for some of these quality of the early videos here a little bit. I believe I was shooting this with my GoPro, and I was kind of wearing it on my chest or my head, I think, but as you're doing art, oftentimes you can't see exactly where the camera sees and things like that, so you'll probably hear say I'm sorry a few times here, but at least we still have a record of this project and how it came along, and this will be an ongoing series of I'm not sure how many videos yet. I just gotta break it down and see what I shot back then, because it was a year or so ago. But what you'll notice here is that the fairing has been sanded down. It's not glossy anymore. So you take 1000 grit sandpaper or 800 grit and you remove the clear coat so that the art is sandwiched between the clear coat and base coat, and then there'll be a final clear coat over the top. But to establish highlights and this first round of details, I paint everything in white first. So some of these first videos are going to be purely in white. Sorry you can't see what's going on there. You know, the bottom line is I'm an artist, not a photographer, so you can see how close I get to the actual surface, and I'm just drawing with the airbrush. This is what a lot of airbrush artists, love to refer to as freehand airbrush, because I'm not using masks or stencils. But as I've discussed earlier, pretty much all airbrush is freehand because you're not chained up to something. So it's really just establishing some highlights and starting to build up tone. So even though you can see that the focal point, which is the main figure, and I've already drawn in some details, before I start coming in with color and other hand painting, I'm actually adding white into the areas that are going to be nearest to the viewer, thereby just roughing in the highlights. And so right coming down the middle of all her armor details and things like that, you'll see I'm adding white only to those center portions because those are closest to the viewer and are going to be in the most details. So stay tuned for more segments on this project, and hopefully you can learn some about some automotive projects and airbrushing. Thanks, and subscribe now.